With the coronavirus surge continuing unabated in the country, India has overtaken Brazil now to become the second worst impacted country. India's overall tally has reached 1.35 crore, surpassing Brazil's 1.34 crore. Here's a complete report.
India has reached a grim milestone. India has overtaken Brazil and became the second worst affected by COVID-19 worldwide. The magnitude of India's coronavirus explosion is explained by this graph. India now is only behind United States. If that doesn't startle you, check this out. In past 7 days, every fifth confirmed case reported globally has been from India, compared to 1 out of 10 reported in Brazil. COVID cases in India have been skyrocketing since February. Data shows that India on an average recorded over 1.43 lakh cases every day in last 7 days of this month. Brazil, on the other hand, reported around 72,000 new cases daily. One of the parameters to gauge transmission of any virus, the R value too has touched new heights in India. India's current R value at 1.45 as of this week is higher than that of US 1.06 and Brazil's 1.03. Even grimmer news is that health experts fear that the worst is yet to come.
Maharashtra will be probably far ahead of the curve. Other states of concern are Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, and of course Maharashtra will continue to have higher cases. These states will have more than 100,000 cases.
India's vaccination drive is gaining pace, but is still far behind what's needed to take the lead over the raging virus. Is another lockdown the only option? Bureau Report, India Today.
A scary graphic is what we want to show you. Statistics on your screens right now. India has overtaken Brazil in terms of coronavirus cases. You can see on your screens right there. 1.35 crores is what Brazil stood at, but you see this particular graph of India, it has gone up 1.36 crore, and the red one is India. You see the upward curve right there, and it's meeting close to Brazil right here and then shooting above to overtake Brazil. So India has overtaken Brazil, and this has become the second worst impacted country in the world. So US is number one, the worst impacted, 3.12 crore cases in the US, followed by the red one that you need to follow for India and the yellow one right there for Brazil. The 1918 Spanish flu that infected 500 million people was the most lethal in the second wave. Fast forward to 2021, echoes of 1918 disaster threaten to resonate in the ongoing second wave of coronavirus pandemic. Here is a tale of two pandemics, 100 years apart.
The world's worst disease experience before COVID-19. The Spanish flu of 1918 infected 500 million people globally, killing an estimated 50 million to 100 million. The devastation occurred in 3 waves, from the spring of 1918 through the fall to the winter a year later.
The first wave in 1918. Number one, it was mild, so mild that you saw medical journal articles saying this looks and smells like influenza, but it's not killing enough people, so it can't be influenza. A lot of cities, we don't really know in detail. My guess is probably a majority of cities, at least in the United States, didn't even see the first wave.
The calm exploded into a storm in the fall of 1918. The second wave turned out to be the most fatal, accounting for a majority of flu deaths.
If you put a mask on someone who is
a prize-winning historian of numerous disasters, including the Spanish flu, John Barry explained in an interview to the American Medical Association earlier this year how policymakers across countries suppressed information about the 1918 pandemic so as not to hurt efforts for World War I. And that proved disastrous. Soldier movements became super spreaders.
Motivation was quite different. We were at war, so they were trying to keep morale up, and they thought, as you say, any bad news would hurt morale and therefore hurt the war effort.
Fast forward to April 2021, India is battling a second, much more ferocious wave of COVID-19. Compliance gone for a toss in different parts of the country. Nothing like leading by example. Hundreds of thousands swarming religious festivities as the virus sweeps the country.
Motivation was quite different. We were at war, so they were trying to keep morale up, and they thought, as you say, any bad news would hurt morale and therefore hurt the war effort.
Echoes of the 1918 disaster threaten to resonate in this second wave. Lessons yet to be learned after a century of scientific advances and a year after the first strike of the novel coronavirus. Bureau Report, India Today.
Experts fear the worst is yet to come in the second wave. I'm going to repeat, they fear that this is not the worst, it is yet to come. Many fear that with the rise of mutant variants of the virus, vaccines may not fully protect you. They also stress that use of COVID safety protocols like masks, social distancing, hand washing, sanitizers, they're all still vital. Listen in.
This is just the beginning of the ascent of the second wave, with Maharashtra actually leading it, and they might have, already Mumbai might be seeing maybe early signs of the decline, but Maharashtra will be probably far ahead of the curve. Other states of concern are Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, and of course Maharashtra will continue to have higher cases. These states will have more than 100,000 cases. I'm giving you the most conservative estimates. Actual scenarios are far more scary, so I don't want to instill any sort of fear in the audience. But what the model says, a very a grim scenario in some of the states. Both Uttar Pradesh and Bihar have a reproductive number of 2.8, 2 and 3 as of now, which means that each person is spreading to 3 more people, which means that the cases are only going to increase in the future. Not currently, they might be not having that many cases. Even West Bengal and the other states also have the reproductive number above 2. And when you have more than 100,000 cases per day in these high-risk states, and when we are aware that there is poor...
Well, one second, you're saying that each of these big states like West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, in your models are projected to hit 1 lakh cases because our aggregate India number was 1,85,000 today. So you're saying each of these states at some point in time over the next few weeks you're projecting will hit 1 lakh cases?
Yeah, so in the maybe towards the end of the first week of May, these states will have 100,000 cases each day. The good news, even among these cases, is nearly 90% of them will be asymptomatic. So we might be looking at the requirement of hospitals for 5% for critical care. So the way we manage second wave has to be completely different from the way we addressed first wave. Because the numbers are so large, because most of them are asymptomatic, we need to be catering to this 5% who will have access to critical care. Oxygen supply is absolutely critical. Some of the medicines that are required are absolutely critical.
If you compare this virus to the virus that came out of Wuhan, that's our reference strain. If you compare it to that, there are 15 different changes that also functionally change the virus in some way. 3 of those changes are in the spike protein, and this is the protein that is responsible for allowing the virus to get into cells. This is also the protein against which antibodies protect against viral infection. So when these changes happen, these changes lead to evasion of immune responses. These changes also allow the virus to get into cells a little better and therefore become more infectious. So this is what we are seeing.
Some of what the virologist, my friend Dr. Jamil has said. You know, it's a Darwin's principle of survival of the fittest. Virus will mutate. The Indian strain is a hybrid of South African and Brazilian and UK variants in some way. So all the Indian mutants, and we have only found one or two which we call double mutant, there may be hundreds of them varying. The vaccine, Covishield, when it was tried, or the AstraZeneca vaccine, when it was tried in the South African variant, it was no better than water. So we are clear that some variants in India started with the South African variant somewhere in the month of March or so. So we may have a surge of South African variant where one vaccine may not work.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.